I'm joined with my first guest, Miss Mary Elizabeth Monroe. How's it going, Mary?
It's going pretty well. I'm actually at training right now, so I just got started for a little bit and just popped out here to give you a call.
Well,
So I'm all warmed up and pumped up right now.
well, Miss Monroe, I truly appreciate you taking your time off your training and joining me for this milestone show. 4 years. And when I think of the 4 years that I've done this show, I think there's two people that I've interviewed the most. One is Casey Carlisle, and the second one is you. Uh,
I wonder.
yes, I don't have the exact number, but I know it's right around 5, 6 times, and I
Mhm.
have all your interviews archived in the YouTube, so I may need to look that up. But Mary, as I was saying before you got on, I was just thanking all the wrestlers like yourself for entertaining us fans, including me. It's people like you that makes me proud to be a wrestling fan. Your pride, your dedication, your passion for what you do for a living. And
Well, I appreciate that because without any of you fans, we wouldn't really have anything to do. So we need you guys too, and really appreciate you coming out. But definitely gives us a reason to take so much pride in what we do. It's a symbiote kind of circle. We've got to work hard, and that's why I've been wrestling for years and years. But I've got this opportunity to keep training and keep learning and always get better. And that's I want to do that for you so that you keep wanting to come see me.
I truly appreciate it. I truly do. And if there's one of the few people that I'm pleased to see have the opportunities come their way, it's you. You are such a sweetheart. You are easy to get along with. I mean, you are someone that makes you are a booker's dream, not just because of your in ring ability, but your professionalism. And for every wrestler out there, your reputation is important, and it's going to take you far. And your reputation, not just as an in ring talent, but as a human being, speaks volumes. And when I saw you became a Rosebud on Monday Night Raw, I was like, wow, that this woman deserves that opportunity. And I know and I understand people think you only see bits of you, but just seeing you, like, wow, I met this woman and now she's on national television. Like, I'm so happy for her. And hopefully the next time you get an opportunity like that, it's not just some cameo. It will be
Yeah.
a long-term situation, regardless if it's WWE or Impact Wrestling or even Ring of Honor for that matter. That is, if they decide to give women wrestling the bigger platform. But nonetheless, just so happy for you, Mary. I truly am.
Well, thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate that.
I wanna go ahead and make an announcement, and it does involve you, considering you're going to be at the New England female wrestling shoot coming soon, about a week or two. And the beauty of New England female wrestling is that not only that you can book matches with your favorite female wrestlers, but you can sponsor them as well. And I wanted to let you know, Mary, as of yesterday, I sponsor you.
Well, thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
Uh, it's well spent. It's well deserved, courtesy of you, and I hope that my sponsorship will help you get more matches in that particular shoot. There's a lot of talented people out there. Those that you have faced, whether in custom wrestling or in actual wrestling matches. So I just wanted to let you know that I have indeed sponsored you.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to that shoot because I'm hoping to get an opportunity to work with Heidi Lovelace and Solo Darling, who I have not worked with before. And then I also am really hoping to get to work with Allie Parker, who I've gotten to work with a few times, and I love working with her. So I'm really excited to make that trip and get to be in the ring with all of that great talent. Like to work on my skills and see what the other girls have to bring to the table. It's always really exciting.
You know, I would love to see that Mary Elizabeth Monroe versus Heidi Lovelace myself.
Yes.
Just the different styles that y'all two bring to the table will be very intriguing. So fans, the deadline is next Monday, I believe. So you can either book a match or you can sponsor an individual that is in the shoot. And if you sponsor someone, that you may end up with a few of the matches that they filmed for this particular shoot. And Mary has a very special deal going on right now for all those that wants to sponsor her. If you sponsor her before the deadline, of course, you have less than a week away, you will get an autographed 8x10 photo courtesy of Miss Mary Elizabeth Monroe.
Yes.
So,
and I actually think the deadline might be next Wednesday, so that gives almost a week. There's a little more time, but definitely the sooner the better, because once we have, basically filled up the schedule to where we don't have time to wrestle any more matches, then we won't be able to take any more matches. So, it's definitely, time is of the essence.
yes, and this is maybe one of your last chance to book a match for Miss Allie Parker, who you have worked. You mentioned you worked in the past, and for those who haven't been following her story, she is going to do a very generous thing towards a family member, give away a kidney to a family member who's dealing with some kidney issues, and she is putting her wrestling career, let alone her life, on the line to help out a family member, and she's definitely earned a lot of people's respect in that regard. So if you want to see Mary and Allie face each other quite possibly one more time, you got to book these matches.
Absolutely.
You got to make it happen, because you may never see Allie wrestle again. There's a quite possibility once she goes through this process, you may never see her wrestle again. Mm-hmm. And, that's she's doing a big thing. But it just shows her character. It shows her character. Think of others rather than herself, let alone her wrestling career, that she, like yourself, was very passionate about. So if you can, I'll even go on to say, please book Allie some matches. Give her what could very well be one of her last custom shoots.
Yes.
So, Mary, let's talk about this. We talked, I think the last time we talked, you were just getting started this me movement. The one of me's, the mini me's, and I love it. I love it. And how have you been feeling about this whole me situation? Like, and how do you feel about the fans' reception of me? And when I mean me, I mean you. Like,
right. Well, honestly, I'm really surprised in a way how much it caught on and how much fun people have been having with it, because I just didn't know if people would latch onto it, and that was my hope, that it would be something people would start to associate things with me and be thinking of me. And when I get posts from fans who have seen something, they've seen a picture, they've seen a phrase, a song or something that made them think of me, and they post that it really it makes me feel good and makes me feel like I'm reaching people because they have me in mind. They're reminded of me. So, and then they are wanting to show their support. So, some of the things people come up with are a lot of fun. When we come up with words that have the M and the E in them, and so people comment and post those things, and some of them are pretty funny, and some are, definitely really fitting, and some are just having fun. But, no matter what, we're all interacting, and that's what's really important, is that everybody's interacting and having a good time.
I love it. Like, I love it. I can't get enough of it. It's just simply, and it fits your personality of sorts. You kind of across as a character very upbeat. So it just was meant to be. It just fits you very well, and I'm happy to hear that it's catching on with the audience. You have had a chance to wrestle for quite some time for Valkyrie Wrestling. You've wrestled in the East Coast, a little farther east. You've been in the Midwest as well. Why don't you go ahead and promote your up and coming shows that you have in the works?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I do just want to make sure before I go any further that I talk about where I'm training right now, because we are going to be running some shows coming up this summer. And if you go online to ChristianWrestlingAssociationInternational.com, that is the website for this group. There's also a page about training, and anybody in this area, we've actually got somebody coming down from north of Detroit, so over 5 hours on Saturdays. He's driving each way to come train with Les Thatcher. And, that just goes to show what a great opportunity this is. And when people, see that we've got the opportunity that Les is running training again, and I'm very fortunate that it's not very far away from me at all. So I absolutely was, thrilled and I come here and train and just continue to improve. But anybody who is interested in improving, and really, whether you've been wrestling or just want to start wrestling, Les Thatcher has been in the wrestling business for 55 years and has trained some of the best. So I encourage people to check that out, and then whether they're interested in training or if they're interested in shows, that information will be on there upcoming as well. And then another thing I'm excited about that will be coming up at the end of June, I believe it is the New England Fan Fest on June 27th, that I will be appearing as a guest in Providence, Rhode Island, and I will be available to do autograph signings, meet and greet, pose for pictures with people. So that's going to be a huge event, and you can find that online. I think it's online. I think it's nefanfest.com, but it is the full title is New England Fan Fest. And then as far as actual in-ring wrestling opportunities go, on May 8th, I will be appearing for the first time with Old Wrestling, which is OLDE wrestling.com. It's their Speakeasy Spectacular, and I've been really looking forward to working with that group because it's really a throwback and an homage to the early days of wrestling when we were part of a carnival sideshow act and we were traveling in that sort of a scenario. So there are characters and stories that you will see, and the looks and the costumes and everything are just like we're going back in time and putting on a show sort of in that style. And I will actually be appearing as the bearded woman, a strong woman type character that I am so excited for. So that is coming up on May 8th in Lakewood, Ohio. It's up in the Cleveland area. And there's going to be a lot of really great talent there. I know that M-Dog 20 is going to be there. And then me, of course, so that should be enough. And then I think what else is May 12th is Strictly Insane Wrestling, the Girl Fight show that is going to be in Jefferson, Indiana, which is around the Louisville area. And that is going to be a stacked show. There are going to be 5 women's matches. I will be there. You're going to see Tessa Blanchard, Jessica Havoc, Crazy Mary Dobson. I mean, it's an awesome card. So I can't wait to be in the locker room with all of those ladies all at once. What else off the top of my head? We already covered New England female wrestling. And then I will also be returning to AIW, Absolute Intense Wrestling, for their Girls Night Out event at the, I don't have my calendar in front of me because I just snuck out of practice real quick. But I will post that on my site, and AIW also will have that information. But I think that's the end of June. No, it's the end of May. It's the end of May. So that actually is coming up a little bit sooner. And then the other thing I wanted to mention that I'm really looking forward to is I will be making my return to the Pittsburgh area, where I will be competing in the Queen of the Ring tournament at Vicious Outcast Wrestling. And that will be, I think that actually might be coming up on May 2nd. And I double check on my Facebook and on their site as well. But that is going to be an awesome tournament that I am fully intending to plow through my competition and win the Queen of the Ring title. So I'm excited to return to that area and make an impression, and really, kind of make myself known there in case anybody forgot about me. So I've got like a lot of stuff coming up. So definitely follow me on Twitter at WrestlerMEM. I try to just kind of keep the next event listed as things are coming up, and then Facebook.com/Wrestler Mary Elizabeth. And both of those, I try to keep all of my information, and then definitely whatever's coming up next is what I'll be keeping up there, kind of really in the forefront.
Well, that's a lot of events that you can get a dose of me. And again, when I say me, I mean Mary Elizabeth Monroe. Please check out all the shows. If you're in the Ohio area, if you're in the New England area, if you just pretty much anywhere near Mary, just please support these shows. Support your local indie pro wrestling shows near you. Show them your support by attending, or at least promote, spread the word. So Mary, you're in for quite a busy late spring and the summer.
And I'm going to be in a lot of different areas, but there are still, some areas that I'm not going to necessarily be in as far as things that I've got confirmed. So I do just want to remind everybody, when people ask me, are you going to come to this company or this area, if you want to see me at your wrestling company that you go to watch or your area, then tell the companies and tell the people that run the shows that you want to see me, so that they know, that there are fans there that are wanting to come see me. And that is one of the best ways to get me in your area if I'm not already going to be there. I've gotten a lot of questions about being back up in the Chicago area, and I will be in the Fort Wayne area wrestling for Heroes and Legends, and I think that is July. I think, I hate that I don't have my schedule in front of me, but I believe that's the end of July. I think it's the 25th of July. So I will be appearing for a meet and greet, and also actually be a guest referee. They'll have Shelly Martinez and Katie Lee Burchell competing. So I'm looking forward to working with both of those ladies as well and getting back up into that area. But again, if you if you want to see me somewhere, go follow me on Twitter at WrestlerMEM, and then, shoot a tweet out to any of the companies and any of the promoters and bookers in your area and say, hey, we want to see her. And that's how they'll know, and that's how they'll be able to get in touch with me and get that all set up.
Well, since you bring that up, I know a certain company in a certain state that would love to have you, and I think you know what I'm referring to, but that's neither here nor there. But so I'll do what I can to reach out the certain people and see if we can have you back at a certain company, seeing that certain company is coming back after a 3-month hiatus. Just point that out.
Yeah, definitely remind them that you want to see me.
Yes, I will do that.
I appreciate it.
Before I go any further, speaking of the certain state, one of my good friends, and you may be familiar with this guy, Andrew, he got some very nice things to say about you. And first and foremost, in honor of you being on the show right now at the moment, he has changed his profile picture to a picture of you and her.
Aww.
And I've never had that happen in the history of this show. And
wow.
So that's number one. Number two, Andrew goes on to say that Mary is awesome and a great wrestler. I was also glad to meet her, and thanks to Kenny that took the picture as well. And like I said earlier, thank you to my friend Kenny that took the picture. Yeah, I just said that twice. But you get the idea. Yeah, that's Andrew out of Kentucky who's seeing you in the UWF shows.
Awesome. Well, I hope that they get me back down there. I'm, definitely willing to. So. Yeah,
I'm gonna have a word with Big Dog Cujo and Miss Felony Fox in that regard. I'm going to be there this coming Sunday anyway. So if I went into Felony, I'll let her know that you are ready to make your presence felt, and maybe win that Vixen's title too. That would be
Absolutely.
Nice. And speaking of which,
and in the meantime, you might just have to drive a little bit further over toward the Louisville area, Jefferson, Indiana, to see me. But
well,
hopefully we can get something a little closer for you.
That will be very helpful too. But Mary, thank you so much for just being on the show. Please follow her on Twitter at WrestlerMEM. Congratulations to just all that you have done over the course of your career. And since we're talking about shows that people need to book you on, I know another show that I would love to see you on, and it features some of the best female wrestlers on the planet down south, Shine Wrestling. I feel like it's time for Mary Elizabeth Monroe to show her talents there as well.
I agree. So, anybody who agrees, let them know.
I'm following Miss Lexi Fife, who's in charge of the company and does a fantastic job with the company and with Slumming Ladies. That's another place that you need to be booked too. So please, Shine Wrestling fans out there, go tweet to Shine Wrestling or Slamming Ladies, or both for that matter, and let them know that at Wrestler MEM wants to be featured on both events for both companies.
Yeah, let them know that you want to see me.
So, Mary, as always, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your presence. And
thank you. And happy anniversary to you.
Thank you so very much. And one more thing before I let you go. Congratulations, because recently, a few weeks ago, WWE.com posted a gallery of the Rosebuds, and you were featured in that section. So congratulations in that as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You have a good evening. Have a great weekend, Mary. Thank you again.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.